Hello there. I was up top, had to grab some stuff for our rigging slinger. While I was up here, it's like, heck, let's go ahead and do a video on the line truck. I know you guys seen it on my last cleanup loadout job, but I didn't really talk about the truck much, which in all reality, I don't necessarily really want to talk about the truck itself. I kind of want to talk about that there. All right, well, we'll go over the truck a little bit. It's a Mack. I just got text message, sorry about that. Truck boss, want to know how many trucks I want. Tuesday, because it's a 3-day weekend, Labor Day. So for all you guys out there laboring, happy freaking Labor Day come Monday. I was pretty excited to hear about that when a truck driver mentioned it. Said something about, oh, I'll see you Tuesday, so I just figured they were going to take Monday off. I didn't realize I get Monday off too. I was pretty excited. Pretty dang excited about that. Okay, well, back to the truck. It's a Mack Econoline, it says. Oh, or Dyne, Econodyne. I'm not exactly sure. It'd make more sense, Econoline. Kind of used to the Ford vans, but all right, it's got a Mack engine, which is very strange. I'll pop the hood, show you guys what maybe you actually know what motor it is. You see, we kind of leave the hood latches open because you got to check the oil and water before we go firing stuff up anyway. So it's a Mack engine. Seems to be a pretty dang good motor. Has okay power. Yeah, it's just weird to see all this Mack stuff. I was expecting to see a Cummins or a Cat or something underneath the hood, just because it seems to have low end pickup like either a Cat or a Cummins. So I was wondering what it had, and yeah, so it had a Mack engine. So all right, I'm not real sure about the numbers or anything like that about it. I know that it has decent power, seems to pull this line truck around no problem, and the truck actually rides fairly decent, really. There's a low tire right now. Oh, the old cab over. Funny story, when we first got this, AGM&M, it's a company out of Coquille, and they actually sold a bunch of equipment to my boss, and this came with it. First time getting it on a job, actually the faller buncher caught on fire. I had to put the faller buncher out with it. It was the first time I ever ran it, but that was just a quick get to the machine, get it put out. Small little fire we got to put out fairly quick, but yeah, we were running it on Jerry's Flat Road there by Gold Beach. Had it on a job. They came and dropped it off, and then I had to drive it back to town, and it was my first time ever driving a cab over, besides just zipping up to get Troy put out in his buncher. And I definitely wasn't used to that sitting over the tire stuff. I went to go take the first corner out of there, and I realized I didn't cut it wide enough, and I was going to lose my back end off the dang edge. I had to back up and swing the front of that truck out, and man, it's definitely a pretty odd feeling, whatever, to be out over the edge. Definitely nuts. But in that truck there, it's got a Cummins in it, I do believe. Decent power. It's kind of weird to shift because the cab over designed so the stick goes back in there. It's kind of weird linkage, so it's a little weird to shift, but other than that, it does its job. It's a decent fire truck. But yeah, this is our line truck. What we use this for, well, besides to pack around these carriages, which in my last video you'll see I was about ready to load up the carriages. You see I got them loaded up on here, and yeah, I already talked about the carriages, but here it is. This is what we carry our freaking tags around, skyline tags, and sometimes we'll do road change with it. We'll put a bunch of haywire on the bottom. It's got I think it's got 2,000 foot of haywire line on it, no eyes, so I guess it's just a line, just for road changes. Pretty neat freaking machine. It's got a Chevy inline 6 motor, gasoline engine in it. It's got a little fancy aluminum radiator and a glass pack. She's a screamer. She is a freaking screamer. See, it's got good meats on it. The boss went put the old double coins on her, and fairly decent freaking truck. Rides really nice. Like I said, I'm not real sure what kind of suspension or anything like that. I'm not a truck driver. I shouldn't say really. Not a truck driver. I just gotta move them around from time to time, and I drive them occasionally, but I don't really spend much time in them. But while I was up here over at that rigging trailer, figured I'd snap out a video. You see, here's how the machine operates. Right here's the throttle. And then this right here's the clutch. Put this, put the clutch in, and then put her in gear. Which right now it's in gear. So I think over, actually on this transmission, it's over and to the left and down's reverse. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's kind of a crazy setup. An old Chevy 4-speed transmission. And then it's hooked to this here. Big old chain drive. And then the chain is hooked to that there, which spins the drum. It's got kind of a little donut thing in there. And right here is the brake. It's on a band there. Pretty neat setup. Definitely a handy freaking thing to have. And not only that, but they're pretty sweet for packing around all the carriages too. Because like I said, I mean, heck, you'd have to have that in a trailer. The little one would have to go in a trailer. I mean, the Acme, you could throw it in the bed of a truck, which it's pretty big. So pretty hard on these 1-tons, but they do it. So this is our line truck. It's a Mack Superliner, Econoline. It says 80 grand, so I imagine it was set up for 80,000, pulling a trailer behind it. You know, because I imagine just the truck itself definitely ain't holding no 80,000 pounds. Once again, I'm not a truck driver. It's just most log trucks, whatever, are 80,000. They have a trailer, so I don't know what this truck was before it was a line truck. Before we didn't put it as a line truck. Actually, my boss purchased it with this setup on it. Yeah, there's the line truck. And also, while we're here, I actually just talked to Jake YFZ, subscriber of mine, about tires for Crummies. And right now I'm running these Cooper Mastercraft MXTs. They're holding up okay. I swear when they first started making these Mastercrafts, they actually held up a lot better. Of course, it seems to be like that for most tires. We'll get them. They seem to be pretty awesome. It's just like about 10 years ago or so, we were running these Fierce Attitudes. They had barbed wire on them. First time I seen them, I'm like, really, some barbed wire on tires? See how these do, and man, they actually held up really freaking good. And then it seemed like they kind of went to poop. And same thing with the hand-cooked Dynapros. They held up really good and then started having problems with them. I don't know if, like, tire companies, they make a good strong tire and then they slowly like start putting softer rubber. I'm not exactly sure, but so I figured I'd give you guys a list of some really good tires to run. Oh, we got some hunters. All right, well, I'll let you guys go. All right, have a good one. All right, just kind of wanted to close out the video. It's a little awkward, you know, doing a video and someone comes walking up on you all camoed out somewhere where you don't really expect to see somebody. Otherwise, you know, it wouldn't really bother me. But, and actually that guy there, he actually used to work at this outfit named Rocky. Pretty nice guy, him and his wife, doing some hunting. And obviously they didn't have any luck. They weren't carrying out a big dead animal. It's because it's walk in, walk out right now, extreme fire danger. They don't want any motorized vehicles up tooling around. So all, you know, they got all the hunter locks off the gate because, you know, it's all behind locked gate, which is a good thing. You know, they lock these gates, even though sometimes, which not too long ago, my boss actually had a dump truck come up missing. Someone cut the freaking gate, stole his dump truck. He's still in the, he knows where it is, and the guy that has it now, whatever, he supposedly found it and put a lien against it to kind of acquire it. It's kind of a weird deal, but he's in the mix of getting it back. It's kind of really strange. Don't want to get into details there. But, you know, so stuff does still come up missing. But, all right, that's not a good ending. Go on a video talking about stolen stuff. Dang, I want to say the drug ad tweakers, dang tweakers, you know, because more than likely it's probably someone who did drugs. You wouldn't think they're up here, but they're everywhere. All right, well, heck, I just wanted to pretty much tell you guys, stay awesome to each other, which, you know, most of you subscribe to this channel, you're probably pretty cool anyway. Yeah, you know, heck, you see someone in a store or something like that, you know, don't sit there and look at the ground. Say hi to them, ask them how they're doing, talk about the weather. You know, they say initiating conversations with strangers actually broadens your horizon, whatever, kind of on interacting with people. So, you know, tell someone, hey, you know, be friendly. It could mean the world to them, you know. I mean, and not only that, it's just courteous. Plus, you never know, heck, you could have something in common. You guys could end up buddies one of these days, you know. Next time you see him at the store or somewhere, wherever you are, you know. It's like, hey, how's it going, guy, you know, and you kind of develop a relationship. Cause heck, there's too many people just being freaking just pieces of crap these days. So try your best not to be a piece of crap, and stay freaking awesome. And